back. Thanks for joining me. You could be anywhere in the world, but you choose to be hanging out with me. And guess what? It makes me feel special. I'm gonna do a really quick video I've seen people doing called If I Could Keep Only 10. Excuse me, referring to eyeshadow palettes. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I try not to mention it too many times how many I have, but it's a lot. And because I have so many, I decided to kind of rearrange the number. So if I could keep 20, these are the ones that I would definitely keep. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just gonna grab them randomly. The first one that I would keep for sure would be the Dominique Latte palette. When I first got this eyeshadow palette, I used it a tremendous amount. It has these beautiful neutral shades and these beautiful pops of color. I usually use those as liners or outer corner type colors. Just gorgeous. I'm gonna do some swatches of the, oh my God, that's so beautiful. Look at how rich that is. Really beautiful. And then this kind of soft mauve color. The pigmentation is gorgeous. I love this palette, so that's one. And these are not in order of like number 1 to number whatever. Sorry, I'm trying to hurry. I'm gonna try to do this before I run out the door to a doctor's appointment, so forgive me if you feel that I'm rushing. The next one I would keep would be the Sugar Crystals palette from Violet Voss. When I got this palette, now you can see I use this. I use this a lot. I made a lot of pink, and I did a lot with the green. This is Dum Dum proof. I mean, it's really simple, really easy to use, great pigmentation. Excuse me, I think I'm getting sick. I mean, look, this is just that mint green. It's just really beautiful. Here's the blue. Just beautiful, beautiful colors, beautiful palette, especially if you're into pastels and rainbows. So that's another one I would keep. Now, I've talked about this next palette many times. I don't know if it's still sold or not. This is the Atlantis palette by Face Candy. I have wrecked shop on this palette. If you didn't get this, I am so damn sorry. It is so beautiful. The shimmers, I mean, everything is just, hold on. It blows my, I've seen people declutter this and I'm like, are you fucking retarded? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, this is gorgeous. Like, look at that. Look at that. This was $12, okay? It makes, it's perfectly aligned for like blue-green looks, but you can even do like a smoky eye as well. It's a beautiful palette. It's definitely probably in my top 3 favorite palettes of all time. I just really enjoy this palette. Oh, this is not the one. This is not the right one. I pulled the wrong one. Here it is. Okay, let me talk about this one. Of all the palettes, I have Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes from the Lavish forward. And my favorite palette they've ever done is with Miss Jackie Aina. This is a gorgeous goddamn palette. Man, I went to work on this palette. It's just my type of palette because it has my purples, it has my burgundies, it has my lighter shades, it has my pewter. I love pewter on my lid. It's just, this is a fucking beautiful palette. It is a shame how they did Jackie and Carly. I think it's really shitty how they did them. And the Alyssa Edwards palette and the Riviera, they just really fucked that up. I don't care if things were leaked or whatever. Jackie should have gotten her time to shine, and so should Carly. And I just hate that they did that like that. So moving forward, my next palette that is one of my favorites is the Gemini palette from Milk Cosmetics. I'm definitely getting sick. Sorry. I love these neutral shades and I love these green shades. I love that there's a black. Now, I am a shimmer heavy type of woman. Like, I'd rather the palette have more shimmers than mattes. But in this instance, these are the perfect shimmers. Like, I don't need anything else. And if I do, I will grab its little sister, the Smoke Sessions palette, which is full of shimmers. And now I got this like when it was moved to Sephora. And so I didn't get the ones that were all messed up and puffy and stuff like that. These are different, but they are magnificent. This is a matte. Oh my gosh, look at this. Are you kidding? And then this is just a, I am barely touching the shadow. Yeah. So really loving those two. Happy to have them in my little collection. Now this one you probably will not be familiar with. This is Makeup Atelier's Amazon palette. If you can look at that, you can see how much I've used of it. These are kind of like, let me clean this a little bit. They're not necessarily shimmers, they're not satins, they're not mattes. I don't know what you would call them, but you can use them in your crease, you can use them on your lid. It's a beautiful palette. I've used this a ton. It's one of my favorite like palettes to travel with. If I just want a quick look. I mean, look at these shades. Beautiful. I love this one. This is great. Makeup Atelier is an MUA kind of based brand. Then I was lucky enough to get this guy. This is the Deep Sea Luster palette from Kaleidos Cosmetics. I've only used it twice, but that's enough for me to know that it will never leave my collection ever, ever, ever. Beautiful. I love this one. If you guys hear my dryer, I'm so sorry. The mechanism to make it go off, it doesn't work. So it'll keep spinning until I get up. Then, you know, I don't really endorse this person, but I love this palette. This is the Mini Breaker palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I love purples and pinks. This is yellow, pink, purple. Like, I really love this palette. It's great. Here's another person that I don't necessarily endorse, but I buy. You know, I'm not a cancel culture person. I'm not. I buy what I want to buy. This is the I Am Divine from Kat Von D. This palette is really underrated. It is freaking beautiful. It is stunning, stunning, stunning. And this shade right here is gorgeous. I mean, it's all of them are beautiful. This green, I mean, they're beautiful shades. So this is one that I would have to have. So let's keep moving. Of course, you know, another one from Anastasia that I would have to have would be my Subculture. I got this on the day it released, ordered it directly from Anastasia. I mean, there's definitely some dents and stuff, but I don't, this is an amazing palette. This is a very innovative color story. I really feel bad for Anastasia that people complain so much about it. But what's funny is that we have all these pressed pigment palettes now and no one seems to say boo about it. So I don't know, that's just me. Then I have the Huda New Nudes. Now, this is not necessarily brown girl friendly. It really isn't. But I can get away with it with deepening these and these right here. These will work for me. So it limits my outer corner action. But I thought, okay, because you know how Huda likes to throw in glitters and shit in her palettes. I thought that all these were glitters. These are like crystallized. I don't know what the hell this is, but girl, I have all of Huda's palettes, but this is my favorite. And then there's two that will never leave my side, and that's the editorial mattes from Viseart. These you know, it's funny when people talk about like it's not worth the money, why would people spend so much money? It's like you don't know what good wine is until you drink it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is good wine. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're still drinking Boone's Farm and you think that's good, then that's what you think is good. This is not Boone's Farm. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that. Great, two great palettes. This is one of the first palettes I bought when I started getting into makeup, and it is the Nubian by Juvia's Place. This is my perfect neutral palette. Perfect, 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 perfect. Love it. I've worn the shit out of this shade right here. Love this palette. So let's see. Oh, here's another one, the Queen palette by Juvia's Place and Fumi. This is my second one because I dropped the other one and it broke. And so during Black Friday, I purchased this one for like, I don't even know, it was ridiculous. So I haven't used this one, but I have used the palette several times. I think it's gorgeous. I love this, like these purples and pinks and the reds, and such a beautiful palette. Another one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 left. This is another one that I love. A hashtag palette from Violet Boss. I love these purples. I love these golden colors. I even love like this terracotta color over here. This is great for like somebody who only needs like 1 or 2 palettes and they know their color story. This is great for that kind of situation. All right. Now, this is probably, I'm sorry about my dryer, guys, probably top 5 palette. This is the Paulina palette from Blush Tribe. Every time that I mention her on my blog or anywhere, I tag her because I want her to know that this is fucking amazing. This is a badass palette. And she did exactly what I would do. She did purples and pinks and greens, and then she put a lime up in here, which is what I would have done. I mean, she did this perfectly. Just amazing. One of my favorites. So glad that I have it. This is my Pat McGrath Mothership. I don't know what the fuck this one is. I don't know which one this is. I can't remember. This is the one, the one with the pink. I got rid of the outside of it. I don't know why I did that. These shades are so reflective and so gorgeous and so transformative. I mean, I cannot explain to you. These are just gorgeous. Look at that gold, that olive gold. Girl, And the last one, okay. I tried not to pick anything from Natasha Genoa because I have all of her palettes, and if I had to choose 20, I would choose all of hers, but realistically. But since I was trying to play a little bit more fair, I just picked this one, which is the newest one that she dropped, which is the Metropolis. I really think that this formulation, the way that she has the shadows arranged, the size of the shadows, the cost of the palette, the diversity and shimmers, and these like creamy matte kind of, I'm not sure how to describe them, like suede almost. This is one of the best palettes ever. I have her larger ones, like the blue purple, green brown, but I have the old formula. I don't know if they changed the formula and how the palettes look now, but I have her old formula. That shit is just butter. This reminds me of that, but like on a low key, like not as crumbly, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This is a beautiful palette. You know I love Natasha. Natasha does no wrong in my book, baby. So those are the 20 that I would keep if I had to keep 20. Now, literally, if my house was on fire and I had to grab 20 palettes, it would be all of my Natasha Genoa stuff. But I tried to do a little bit more diversity of the Natasha because you guys know that's my girl and that's what I prefer. I hope you guys are having a great day. If things are going sideways, just hang in there. Just remember, it gets real, it gets different. It gets real fucking different. Hang on for the ride. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it so much. Have a good day. Bye.